Welcome to the Twin Flames Universe Community News Update. I'm Carmen and I am thrilled to have you here with me. No matter where you are, I'm excited to share uplifting stories of faith, love, and overcoming challenges. So today, let's dive into the heartwarming journeys of some amazing community members and their latest breakthroughs. We have some special moments and incredible victories to share with you, including Iris announcing her pregnancy. We are so thrilled for her and her twin flame as they embark on this new chapter of parenthood together, as well as Paco and Deborah's developments on their upcoming wedding. First up is Iris, who has recently discovered the joyous news that she and her twin flame are expecting their first child together. We met with Iris to learn more about how it felt to discover she was pregnant and what this means for her and her twin flame. Let's hear what she had to say.
We are in Mexico, we are in our house. When we arrived home and all these things, a few months, I thought that I was with a lot of stress, that I was tired, and I was like, with my hormones, or I need to see a doctor, right? We went to the doctor. She's a doctor, but at the same time, she's a midwife. So she was checking me and she was like, what other symptom do you have? And I said, everything. She was like, well, it looks like you are pregnant. And we were like, okay. And we were in that moment with the doctor in a shock. That session with her, like she was like giving us a lot of love, like a divine mother, I guess. And we came home to feel our feelings and we talk a lot after that. Like all the density disappeared and everything started to feel more peaceful. And the baby is a he. We went deeper in our love. Wow, this feels so beautiful. And this is the thing that I always wanted in my life.
Oh, what a beautiful surprise. Shock turned to peace as the news sunk in, and the reality that they had a baby boy on the way brought deeper love and joy into their lives. But before the realization of their pregnancy came to be, what were some of the challenges that they had to face? Let's hear more about what Iris moved through prior to her pregnancy breakthrough.
I came to Mexico by plane. And he drove like for 1 week, Canada to Mexico. He drove with our dog and our cat. I flew with another cat. I saw him in the border in Monterrey. Like after 2 hours driving, the car broke up. We were like, oh, we are in the middle of nowhere. We don't know. We don't know where we are. Unfortunately, we had a few mechanics that didn't give us the best treatment. I was the only boy there because my twin flame doesn't speak Spanish. And in all of that moments, we realized that we were together. And we say like, it doesn't matter. We are going to be fine and we are together. We choose union always. And then we arrived here and we arrived home.
That's a really interesting turn of events that happened on the way home to Mexico. Iris's story really portrays partnership, trust, and communication through these challenges before coming together in union. Let's see how incredibly things played out for Iris and her twin flame when they first met.
We didn't want to stay in separation anymore. He came in March, a few months earlier, to Mexico in August 2023. I went to Canada to visit him for a few months. And yeah, we spent like 4 months there before Christmas and the winter. I felt like I was in a dark night of the soul because all the things appeared, but it was beautiful at the same time because we really understood how to relate each other, how to heal our upsets. Yeah, it was a big journey to meet each other, but our love increased each time. It's like, and it feels strong. The union felt and feels always stronger after each block. Yeah.
Aw, I love that. This really demonstrates that aligning oneself with God and embracing love leads to an increase in strength and joy. Understanding the importance of self-love was key in meeting her twin flame. You can really tell that they have been building a solid foundation together. But what was her biggest block to expanding her family? Let's find out.
I had this block that I thought that will be difficult that my twin flame admit that we were twin flames, or about all this twin flame thing. And for the contrary, we go deeper there. We did again our love list and we check it again. And I had a blog about express myself freely in all the things that I wanted for in a partner. And in that moment was like, you need to speak. Then I passed through that block. Our communication changed in a deeper way. Yeah, now I feel like I can say whatever I feel and it's gonna be okay.
Oh, how divine! Through the inner work, she healed her self-expression, her fears of her twin flame, recognizing her, and developed deep trust in herself. All of this is so important to have in a healthy union, and having a child together will only deepen this even more. I just love the story of dreams coming true. Iris had so much to say about this great dream of hers coming to life, and I'm so happy to share this special message from her.
If God put that dream in your heart, for sure something is going to happen in that moment. I was like, oh my God, I'm 37. I don't know when I'm going to be a mother, and I was like, okay, if I'm not going to be a mother, it's okay, fine. Trust that the things that you feel in your heart really are there for a reason. It's going to happen.
I am honored to share Iris' story with you, and we thank her for her message of love and that dreams do come true. Her story truly resonates with the spirit of our community and is an inspiration for us all that we may achieve the dreams in our own hearts. Now, let's continue our journey of love and empowerment as we explore the next chapter of Paco and Deborah's wedding preparations. We met with them to hear more about their unfolding engagement and how, through releasing control, they were able to find the perfect dress, ring, and wedding date. But first, let's hear about how it all started.
The moment Deborah came to me living in Austria from Buenos Aires, Argentina, we spoke about getting married, but we felt
it was not yet time. Like we needed to pave the way and really ground the foundation of our relationship and get to know each other. And only last year, it became like the most natural next step. It was kind of like the obvious next thing for us as a couple to do.
Yeah, I felt guided by God to ask her, and I had some fears, to be honest, working through, because I never imagined myself to marry, because I was living most of my life as a woman and things were coming out. A lot of things changed as a trans man. I then went to the shop and bought a ring, to the jewelry store. I bought her a ring, and it was her 40th birthday last year in November. And we planned a trip to Vienna, looking the Castle Schönbrunn. I felt, yeah, there will be a time where I can ask her. There was a woman with her child, and I asked her if she can make pictures, and then I just asked her, because I felt now is the time, and it was so wonderful and so romantic. I could not have planned it better, and this is how it unfolded.
It feels like everything fell into place perfectly for Deborah's 40th birthday, thanks to Paco's thoughtful planning. This sounds to be a truly memorable and heartwarming celebration, and well worth the surprise. Now, let's see the ring and hear more about their process behind manifesting their engagement.
Are you wearing it now?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's here. I don't know
Beautiful.
when I knew that the engagement was the next step for me, was like we were talking about it and I was getting a feel for where he was at. He kept communicating, okay, I don't really feel ready. Are you sure? Is this like... And at some point I was like, you know what? I know that I'm gonna get engaged. He knows that I want to get engaged. I'm gonna let him his space to process whatever he needs, and he will come to that same conclusion at some point or another. And in the meantime, I, of course, like all women, just kept looking at rings, getting clear, what is my style, what I would like. And about the ring, he kind of like managed to keep it under the radar. Actually, I didn't know exactly that he had already bought a ring months before. He was such a good actor because he kept me kind of like, I don't know what to do with the ring just yet. I haven't found, or I didn't bought it, or I'm not sure. Meanwhile, this was November, 2 months. Oh, like he had the ring already like a month or so.
I just knew I want diamonds, even I cannot buy you the biggest one yet. But
yeah, but we also got clear, like it was never about that. The engagement was about something deeper.
Yeah, exactly. But the diamond is kind of something special, and I wanted to have my woman a diamond, even it's in the means what we can afford right now.
It's just amazing how letting go and trusting in God can lead to wonderful things. Their story shows that no matter your financial situation, you can still make your dreams happen. Let's hear more about that.
As Deborah said, we are following our good feeling. We do the steps only when it feels good. This feels so good for me that now there's an obstacle. Okay, I have fear, for example, financial fears, but that does not mean that my whole world feels now so deep and dark. And in the past, it was like that. But I did not know how to change that. And now I can change that. I can grow. I can see how I grow with every challenge I work through, with every fear. I can heal and let go, and then I grow and I become mature. This is the one thing I desire so much, to become a mature man, and she is supporting me in that.
The more we do this, we actually deepen the relationship. Even if it feels like everything is falling apart or like we are about to kill each other, that's only ever gotten us closer as we were able to resolve the main issues that were playing out in that.
Paco and Deborah prove that even when things get tough, it just brings them closer together in love. They have tackled every obstacle head on, and it's so inspiring, including finding Deborah's perfect princess dress.
I found one that I was like, oh my God, like this is the dress. We are going through some financial challenges. I just found this one and I was like, oh my God. And then I shared it with him over a picture and he got triggered because, like, of course, these financial challenges is one of our sore spots. So I was trying dresses and I was like, no, this is it. And then I realized, like, I'm not picking a dress for the wedding of our coaches. I'm picking a dress for my own wedding. And that changed, like, immediately the perception of it. I was like, oh my God. Then, yes, please. Like, where do I sign?
Yeah, she was just like a princess, and she was just picking her princess dress, and it felt very, very sweet because she allowed her to just be who she is, and she desires to marry in a princess dress.
That's like, that's my dress. And I have to confess that I'm doing an effort not to wear it every day. And not to sleep on it because I love it so much. So it functioned like perfectly.
That brings so much joy to my heart to hear of her finding her dream dress. And I love how she claimed her power to make it a reality for herself. I think every divine feminine can relate to this. And it's so powerful to see that when you claim what you desire in your heart and surrender the how, God will always find a way. Now, when can we expect this dream to come true? Let's see if wedding bells are ringing near future.
He came to me and was like, hey, what about we like put back on the table getting married in May?
And so I asked her if she would not like to consider marrying in May again.
So we started that process of looking for rings again. It's about the commitment that we are making as two people coming together and choosing to have a long-term relationship, an everlasting relationship.
And so May 28th, that's the date?
Yes.
Beautiful. Congratulations.
So in just over a month's time, Deborah will walk down the aisle with Paco and begin their beautiful married life together. We thank them for sharing their story with us today and are amazed at how the choice of eternal love will always lead you all the way home. Thank you, Paco, Deborah, and Iris, for sharing your hearts with us. Your stories have uplifted us. As we reflect on the overall message today, both couples demonstrate that the journey to harmonious union is not only about finding your ultimate lover, but also about what you do after. Building a whole life and family rooted in divine eternal love. It was a true pleasure to have shared the latest and juiciest community news with you. We look forward to sharing more soon. And for now, signing off, Carmen.